What's up, guys? This is my second time recording this. The first time Chrome crashed. Okay, so let's restart. So now I took a win today, and it was a very good win. Now, looking at the charts, or if you watch the news at all, not the news, but if you look at news at all, you're looking at it's like, why would you trade today? Now, there's two things you can do. You can either no trades, which is a very good idea, or you can have very small size, another good idea, or you can demo trade. Three very good options for today. I wouldn't recommend being necessarily full size because there's a lot of news. There is FOMC today. You know, it's not the most probable day. A lot of news. So let's break down the higher time frame analysis. Now, if you go to the daily, you look at it, you're like, okay, this morning I'm like, okay, if we close above these highs, this is a market structure shift to maybe go higher. Okay, let me go down to 4 hour. Okay, you know, we've swept this liquidity, which is a daily level of liquidity. So we have a daily SMT here. Now, a daily SMT is almost the highest power of SMT you can have. Obviously, you could have a weekly, but how often do we have those? Or how often do you notice them? So we have a daily SMT. That you just know that is going to cause price to drive up. Okay, so we have a daily SMT. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, now we have a close. So like I get them on the chart. I'm like, okay, we have a close above this bearish fair value gap. That's like this buying pressure here. You don't see rejection at all. You see straight run through. Like, okay, I'm really more bullish here. Let me go down the hourly. Oh wow, on the hourly we have internal swept as we where that SMT is. It's like, oh wow, so we have like all this swept, and then we sweep internal, which gives us a standard deviation measure. So now, excuse me, you measure out standard deviation, and you're like, okay, this looks not bad. You know, this is the daily imbalance right here, and this is these highs right here. This is actually a very clean standard deviation measure. You know, let's zoom in even more, and you have a 1 hour market structure shift right here. So now I'm watching, I'm like, well, I definitely think we're higher. We have all these highs right here. And to go long, you would need to see some sort of retracement. So you do end up getting a retracement on, you don't get a retracement all the way down, but this is what I'm looking at, yes. So I'm watching both right now. And I have the fib or the GAN box marked out for both, and I'll start to go to ES more now. So I want to see a retracement basically. You know, we take these highs on ES and we take them on NQ. So I'm like, okay, I want to see a retracement. To where though? To where is this 15-minute fair value gap that is in premium? The key hint with this one is in premium. So I'm like, okay, we're up here. We take those highs. I'd want to see a sell down, and I'm like, I want to see this low taken right here for a turtle soup move. This is before I even know it's an SMT. So I'm like, okay, I have my levels drawn out. And I'm like, okay, let's just be patient and see what price wants to do. So we start to sell off. We get a big sell off here, and then I think this isn't the sell off that takes it though. Then price rallies back up, but then there's an SMT right here, and then there's an SMT right here. So I'm on the 1 minute at this point, and now I'm like, it's not the most probable news day. I am bearish overall, so I would like to see a good rejection candle from here to try out the turtle soup. So we get a rejection candle like that. I enter, and I have my take profit at these highs, and my stop is at the wick low because I don't think we should go lower than that. It's a 1 to 4. I'm risking very minimal size just because of the news and stuff like that, and the conditions I think aren't as probable. So therefore, I enter. We start to chop a little bit, but we're continuing to get movement up, and I'm very cautious watching price as So we have this SMT right here, and I'm very cautious. Well, this is the another SMT. So I'm very cautious as I'm watching price because I'm looking for this high to be taken on NQ right here, but I don't want it to be taken too far away from ES because then there's an SMT, and I need to be very cautious of the SMTs when I'm in a trade. So what do? I'm being very cautious with price. I'm watching. We open a new 4 hour candle, and I'm like, okay, this is probably the wick low, and we start to buy up. But as we take this high on NQ, I sell half my position. Now, I sell half my position at a let's just let this hit. There, so it hits. So I sell half my position at these highs right here. And you might ask, well, do you not trust your bias, or is it something like that? And it's like, no, I'm just very observant of where price is. I know there's an SMT not in my favor, and I want to secure profits. What is wrong with the 1 to 3? Why would you ever not be okay with the 1 to 3? That is 12 points. 12 points a day is all you need with a tight stop, So I sell half there, and we don't necessarily take the high right away. We come down a little bit. I sell maybe a little bit more right here, and then I let the rust run to here, and I have my stop at break even, but I start to trail it. So overall, this is the trade, and in my opinion, this is beautiful. You get a clean retracement back to equilibrium. You get a clean sweep of sell side or soup, And it's really all you're looking for. What else do you really need when you have something like this? You don't need to see more structure form. If you trust your bias, trust your bias. This is a manipulation move down to then go back up. And I mean, if you look where price is now, it's crazy. It's like, look where price is now. And I don't think it's necessarily probable to trade right now because you know you waited for your retracement. You're not going to get like, this is another retracement to potentially go long, but like, where, is this a soup? It's not clean enough reaction in my opinion. So today was a very successful day. One is because we recognized the conditions we were in. Very important. Two, we lowered our size because of the conditions we are in. Three, I'm building conviction with a model I like. I really enjoy this turtle soup model. I think it is a very profitable model because of the risk reward. Look at the risk reward here, 1 to 4, or if it's at this high, it's a 1 to 3.5. Like, that is insane in my opinion. And if you see people taking trades like this and you see it work day in and day out, you need to build your self conviction with it. Like me personally, like earlier this week, it might have been this week, was it Monday? Maybe Monday or last week, I took my first turtle soup trade on my E valve, and I waited for like this fair value up to get ran basically. So basically my entry would have been all the way up here to here. But I realized I need to enter off the rejection to get the best RR, and to, if turtle soup is going to happen, it's going to happen there. If not, we're going to run these lows. And the risk is so tight that it's a 1 to 4. A 1 to 4 is insane. So I risked such low size, and I made almost 0.5% because of the RR. So it's about building the conviction. Now I've taken a winning trade with the turtle soup model. So now I have more conviction as I go into the market tomorrow or the next day or the thing. So that's the thing about trading. It's about building the good habits. The good habits to know when to protect capital because of huge news today. The good habits to know when to test models or something like that. And now I have more conviction going into now when we have a more probable day, not maybe so crazy news like FOMC, we have a more normal news day and we have this turtle soup setup. Maybe I'll be full size because I'm that confident. And if I'm that confident and I'm full size, it's not just randomly. That full size becomes from building the conviction from taking this trade right here and from being in the market every day and seeing models play out. Like there's zero drawdown here. There's a hair of drawdown and then it launches up in literally 2 minutes. And that's the trades you want. You want those zero drawdown trades because if your bias is correct, it should launch your thing. That's what I noticed. Like this morning, I was looking through all my OneNotes of my journaling, and I was like, when I lose a trade, it's because we like go up a little bit, then we consolidate, then we go down because I'm on the wrong side of the market. The market is an algorithm, and you have to be on the right side of it if you want to be a profitable trader, and that's what it is. I mean, what other component do you need here? You have equilibrium of a range, you have a sell side level inside of a fair value gap, you have an SMT at that level, and you have a soup. Like, I personally don't think there's anything else you could ask for here, in my opinion. But yeah, it's about aligning the internal within the external, and when you align those two together, you get clean moves like this. Yes, it's not the most efficient move, but it was only up. There was never like chop down, then chop up. It was constant chop up the whole time. And the reason for that is because we were approaching more news. 9:45 was news and 10 was news. So if you have a confident bias and a confident entry, the news won't necessarily affect you. It will only accelerate your draw on liquidity. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It means the world to me. Or you can join my free Discord where we took this live trade today. I answer any questions you guys have, and I also break down the trade for you so you understand what's going through my mind or what's going through someone else's mind that talks in the Discord. And yeah, I think it's a very beneficial community to be a part of if you need to ask questions or stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day and, keep grinding.